Dumela. It means hello in Tswana. This is Info Hub for Monday, July 30. In our headlines for today, Speaker of the House upbraids PPP MP for breach of privilege. Minister of Citizenship leads team that reaches out to Venezuelan migrants. First Freedom Fest held to raise awareness of trafficking in persons. Local products wow patrons of Uncapped Marketplace and Food Festival. Minister Harman joins in honoring Region 3 top performers, and we get a glimpse of preparations for Emancipation Day celebrations 2018. Here are the details. Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Barton Scotland, has warned the House that allegations of impartiality by the Speaker can be treated as a breach of privilege and may be punished in accordance with the standing orders. The Speaker at the 95th sitting of the National Assembly, held today, made reference to a letter published in the dailies by opposition MP Harry Gill, which has made imputations against the Speaker of the House in his personal and professional capacities. More in this report.
Dr. Scotland said MP Gill could have moved a motion as provided for in the standing orders. Instead, he proceeded to make public his discontent. This sort of behavior, Dr. Scotland cautioned, was totally impermissible in the House. He reminded of the powers vested in the Speaker.
His action cannot be criticized incidentally in debate or upon any form of proceeding except a substantive motion. His authority in the chair is fortified by many special powers which are referred to elsewhere.
The Speaker noted that this is the second occasion in 2 years where such disregard for the House has been displayed by MPs. Dr. Scotland believes that silence by previous speakers may have emboldened MP Gill. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu emphasized the need for appropriate measures to ensure that there is no continuation of this behavior in the National Assembly.
This post of the Speaker of the National Assembly is a statutory position, and we consider that the attack, not by way of a motion in keeping with the provisions of our standing orders, would require appropriate measures to ensure that there should be not only a continuation and proliferation of such assault on the integrity of our National Assembly, but to ensure that appropriate measures are taken on the provisions of our standing order, more particularly Standing Order 91, where a matter should be referred for the attention it deserves on merit.
The reception by the opposition side of the House, the PM noted, demonstrates that the alleged offender, MP Gill, is politically protected. The matter has been sent to the Committee of Privileges for consideration. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Government has reached out to Venezuelan migrants who crossed the border to escape economic hardships in their home country. A team led by Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix and including the CDC distributed much-needed supplies to the migrants. Anaro Khan was at the border region and brings us this report.
The 3-day exercise began last Thursday and was led by Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix. The team comprised of Civil Defense Commission, the International Organization for Migration, and Public Health Ministry representatives and other stakeholders. CDC's Acting Director General, Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig, noted that it was aimed at providing relief to the Venezuelan migrants as well as those who have been accommodating them for the past few weeks. Regional Chairman, Region 1, Brent Noel Ashley, lauded the initiative.
I view this entire activity or exercise as one that is welcoming, since we've had a large number of Warao brothers and sisters coming from the Amakurun or Noko. As a region, we are grateful. The RDC is very grateful to the Civil Defense Commission, as well as the International Organization for Migration, which would have come on board.
The exercise saw migrant families in Cans Hill, Powaikuru, Kamwata, Imbotero, and Smith Creek receiving much-needed supplies. These included tarpaulins, food and sanitation items, and baby supplies. Heads of the Amerindian settlements also thanked CDC and IOM for the distributions.
I admire that something what never happened in this place today. And I'm much happy with who do that, with that. This is a great gift and a blessing, I must say, for these people that came from Venezuela.
Well, I feel really content, real nice for these gifts. So thank you for all these gifts, sir.
The items distributed were procured by the CDC, IOM, and UNICEF. For InfoHub, Anara Khan.
Today is World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, and to raise awareness, Guyana held its first ever Freedom Fest. InfoHub's Seneca Thorne was at Durban Park at the event, which was held at the weekend.
At the June 28 opening ceremony, Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali reiterated the government's commitment to working with all stakeholders to eradicate human trafficking.
The protection of the human rights and dignity of all persons in Guyana is an essential component of good governance. So I can assure you that your government will by all means necessary do what it can to curb this illicit activity.
Human trafficking impedes health, economic growth, rule of law, women's empowerment, lifetime prospect for youths, and hinders the prospect for realizing the Sustainable Development Goals. Minister Ali explained that for Guyana's full development, the nation's most vulnerable resources, the human resources, need to be protected and given the opportunity to reach their full potential.
I want to unequivocally state that the Ministry of Social Protection stands with the victims. We stand with those who have been violated, abused, and victimized. And I confidently stand here today and say that you can count on this government to support you.
Several booths provided information on human trafficking, while persons demonstrated various forms of the act.
Now give me the money he just gave you. And give me the money you make today.
Guyana has maintained its Tier 1 ranking according to a U.S. State Department report, which means that the country continues to fully meet the minimum standards for the elimination of trafficking in persons. Seneca Thorne, InfoHub.
Patrons were treated to an extraordinary array of products by 65 local agro-processors who participated in the Uncapped marketplace. This year, the food festival was taken to the west side at the Leonora Stadium on Saturday. Crystal Stoll was there.
Patron Soraya Ramkisoon was amazed by the range of items local agro-processors exhibit at these homegrown food festivals.
I think it's a really good opportunity for local agro-processors. Like, I'm a big fan of Morning Glory. Recently, they've been sold out in supermarkets, so as soon as I saw it here, I bought 2 boxes. I'm also a big fan of S&S barbecue sauce. I tried the tamarind flavor, and today I'm trying the golden apple. So I think it's a really good forum for the high-quality agro-processors to, display their products and for the others to come up to that standard.
Also taking the opportunity to purchase several of the local goods at the event was Miss Earth Guyana 2018, Zamira Kippins.
I think it's a perfect opportunity for the locals to showcase what Guyana has to offer. It shows how blessed we are, and we are very much capable of producing these exact things that we would buy in the store from other places.
This is the second Uncapped marketplace event to be held by the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association in 2018. GMSA's first Vice President, Ramsey Ali, said the plan is to host the event in various regions.
If you were to look at the businesses that are here today, and you looked at them a year ago, you can see the difference and the improvement they've made in their packaging and in their products.
Exhibiting products at the event were Deacon's Spices, Shirl's Cosmetics, Morning Glory Cereal Factory, and Country Style Delicious Biscuits, to name a few. According to Ali, the next Uncapped marketplace will be held in Berbice in October as part of the Agriculture Month activities. Crystal Stoll for InfoHub.
Yeah. Like a pack now? But where's all these things from this packet?
Hi, mister. That is the new law. Them cigarette manufacturers have to put those images on them packs.
Yeah, but where's all these scornful things they got here, boy?
Because they're showcasing the effects of cigarette. And it also says
smoking is dangerous to your health. Feel like I can change my mind.
Let's all work together to prevent cigarette smoking-related illnesses. A message from the Ministry of Public Health with support from PAHO WHO. Thanks for staying with us. Quality education is a top priority of the coalition government. This was the assurance given by Minister of State Joseph Harmon to residents of Region 3 as he joined in honoring the region's top 10 NGSA students.
The minister reiterated the government's stance at a ceremony to honor the top 10 National Grade 6 assessment performers in Region 3 at the region's Education Department. Minister Harmon said this is evident in the resources allocated to the education sector.
The efforts that have been made to improve our educational system through the use of technology, such as smart classrooms, and I'm advised is available to some of the schools in Region 3 through MSER, as well as technical programs as the Success Maker, which allows students to do classwork on computers.
He also highlighted the region's significant developments in information communication and technology. Senior Education Officer Carol Ben told the students opportunities are now boundless.
Your success is, however, not only measured on your education. You need to become rounded citizens of your country. And so you need to get involved in youth clubs. You need to get involved in other extracurricular activities. Play games, a game of football, a game of cricket. Join the karate club or the dance class. Ensure that you get involved and make yourself rounded, regardless of whichever school you were placed.
At the end of the ceremony, the top 10 students received tokens for their outstanding performance. Renetta LaFleur for InfoHub.
8 residents of 1 Mile Wismar and neighboring communities of Linden are to be employed at a recently handed over Early Childhood Development Center, which caters for 45 children under 5 years old.
The $40 million center is one of 6 early childhood pilot projects co-funded by the Caribbean Development Bank and the government of Guyana and implemented by the Basic Needs Trust Fund. It will provide care and educational services to 45 children under the age of 5. Former Presidential Advisor on Youth Empowerment, Aubrey Norton.
This program was conceptualized to do a number of things. One, to provide cheap to possibly free early childhood education for the children in the community, and at the same time release their parents for work. 2, it was aimed at creating employment for young persons in a particular category. We had done some research across the country and found that there were a lot of young people with teaching potential who had 3 and 4 CXC but didn't have math and English and therefore might not. And so the decision was taken to train them and to have them involved.
Minister of Finance Winston Jordan explained it is in keeping with the promise of a good life for all Guyanese. He added little children can also enjoy the good life in the context of a good environment in which they can learn.
Little kids that are going to be here, so we don't expect the roof to be falling in or the light fixtures to be disappearing and so on, because kids can't reach here. So they will disappear if the regional administration does not take full control of the facilities in terms of the security and in terms of their monitoring. And the center will deteriorate if the people we put to administer it don't take pride and joy in this facility and make certain that it remains in the pristine condition within which we are going to hand over.
Regional Executive Officer Orrin Gordon said systems are already in place for the construction of a security post, management structure, and the proper maintenance and management of the facility. The project was a collaboration between the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Youth Empowerment in the Ministry of the Presidency, the Board of Industrial Training, and the Early Childhood Development Unit in the Ministry of Social Protection. For InfoHub, Stefan Gabriel.
We're one day closer to the 180th Emancipation Day observances. The government and the Berbice Association of African Groups will host celebrations on August 1 at the Union Village Sports Complex in Quarantine, Berbice. President David Granger and Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu are slated to attend, and the public is invited. We leave you with your bridge and weather reports and remind you to follow us on our website and social media platforms for more updates and stories. You can also tune in to Action Line tonight at 21 hours to hear more about the activities planned for Emancipation celebrations. Sala Central, meaning goodbye in Tswana, the main language of Botswana.